Welcome in to DRF Daily, DRF Sportsbooks betting live stream, coming at you each and every day that there is football on. We came at you last week for Thursday Night Football. We were with you Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and now finishing off the NFL week, the football week, with some Monday Night Football. And man, it is not a good game, folks. Patriots at Bears. Bears are 9-point road underdogs in a game that is bound to have no offense, much like Sunday Night Football last night. And the games in this primetime window this year just have not been that good. Last night we were treated to a rousing 16-10 game between the Steelers and the Dolphins, and tonight it doesn't get much better, folks. Bears at the Patriots. Bill Belichick looking to pick up the fourth win of the season and move to above 500. The 2-4 Bears looking to each a little bit closer to the 500 mark. Currently in the NFC, just 5 teams are above 500. The NFC is looking weak this season. It'll be an interesting way to see how it all plays out throughout this year. But we have a game on our hands tonight, and we're breaking it down. Bears, Patriots. Look, the total's 40, and it's a large spread. You know where you typically go with that. You typically side with the underdogs. I don't know if enough points will be scored for the Patriots to win this one by 9. Currently at DRF Sportsbook, the line's been jumping between 8.5 by 9. But regardless, 9, you can potentially get the push if it lands on that. But essentially, if we're looking at numbers, the Patriots have to win by 10? By 2 scores? I don't know if the Patriots are capable of doing that. Right? The Patriots are a team that offensively score 24 points, allow 19. They have a plus 4.7 point differential this season. And the Bears on the other side have a negative 4.2 point differential. These are two teams that, are kind of the polar opposites of each other, right? But they just don't really blow teams out, and they don't get blown out. The Bears this season, their worst loss was by 17 points to the Green Bay Packers back in week 2. Lost that one, 27-10. That was their worst loss. Since then, they've had losses of 8, 7, and 5. They haven't had another loss of more than 9 points, of more than 8.5 points if you're at DRF Sportsbook. So I'm just not sure that the Patriots are going to be able to pull away. The Bears are a bad team, but aren't necessarily a terrible defense. If you look at the numbers, they're pretty on par with what the Patriots defense has been doing this season, and they allow just about the same yards per play overall. So I don't know if the Bears offense will be able to necessarily win this game for the Bears, but I don't think the Bears defense will let the Patriots run away and score 25 and be enough points to cover this spread. That's why the pick for tonight is Bears plus 9. For the most part, it's due to the fact that it's such a small spread it's such a small total with such a large spread. And 85% of the public is on the Patriots, and a large amount of the money is on the Patriots here tonight at DRF Sportsbook. And I just don't think that's the play. I think the play is Bears plus 9. I know it sounds ugly. I know Chicago has let us down a lot. I believe they're 2-3-1 against the spread this season. They haven't covered consistently. But this is just such a big number. There are a few things that go in the Patriots' way. If you want to hear me out, maybe if you want to go on the Patriots, Bill Belichick is 61-30 against the spread in October. Chicago's also 11-30 against the spread against teams that average more than 6 yards per play since 1992. 11-30 against the spread, and that's a large historical sample size. And that worries me just a little bit. The Patriots average 6.1 yards per play. But look, I just don't see a scenario where the Patriots can build a 9-point, a 10-point lead and hold on to it late and avoid a backdoor cover or avoid something coming off. Or, it could be like last night. The Dolphins dominated the entire game and won 16-10. That very well could be in the cards tonight. A 16-10 win for the Patriots. Heck, an 18-10 win. Heck, a 9-point, Bears kick 3 field goals and it's 9-14. That could easily, there's so many ways this game can play out. I'm going away from the public, 85% on the Patriots. I mean, just the old betting rule. If it's a small total and a large spread, bet the underdog. Go the underdog. Chicago Bears all day, every day. There's not a scenario. I mean, the Bears, yeah, they're 2-4, but they average losing by 4 points, and the Patriots average winning. I don't know how to properly word that, but by 4 points. So the point differential isn't in their favor. The averages for both teams isn't in either one's favor. The Patriots aren't going to win this game by 9 points. I'm sorry. There's just no way that the Patriots cover this spread. So moving on from that, we're going to break down some player props here. Justin Fields over under 159.5 pass yards. I was on his under last time he was in prime time. I'm on his under again, folks. I know. Maybe I'm just throwing dirt on the pile and just beating a dead horse. But folks, he averages 123 pass yards per game. He's gone over 159.5 pass yards just once this season. He's not a quarterback that puts up a lot of yards. And I don't know if it's necessarily his fault. He has one of the worst O-lines in the league. He has one of the worst skill groups in the league. David Montgomery is the only good player from Iowa State for this Bears offense outside of Justin Fields. And they just seemingly are reluctant to give David Montgomery chances consistently, especially at the goal line. So Justin Fields over under 159.5 pass yards. Hammer that under. This is a team in the Patriots that are 16th in pass yards per game. They allow about 219 pass yards per game, 16th in the NFL, bottom half. So maybe there's an opportunity for them to push it downfield and get it. But just the fact that his average is so low, he's had, I believe, 2 games this season with under 100 pass yards. Not to mention the fact that he's only gone over this number once this season. I like my odds. I think it's at minus 112 right now at DRF Sportsbook. I like the odds to go under that. It's going to be a low-scoring, slog-it-out game. We've seen what the Patriots are able to do against young, inexperienced quarterbacks. I'm looking at maybe not inexperienced, but not great quarterbacks in Jared Goff. They shut out the Lions. So I don't think Justin Fields is going to be able to move the ball all that efficiently here tonight. So go under his total. And then we're going to go on the other side. The Patriots, Ramondre Stevenson, his over-under is set at 61.5 rush yards. Ramondre Stevenson has kind of become the lead back up there in New England. Got his first start of the season last week. Had 19 attempts, 76 yards. Week before that, 25 attempts, over 100 yards. And he's gone over this number the last 4 games, and his attempts are there. His average per carry is there. All of that is there, and that's why I think you should hammer the over on Ramondre Stevenson rush yards. Mac Jones is expected to play tonight, but he still might be a little banged up. He's dealing with that high ankle sprain. He's kind of come back a little bit quickly based off of what doctors have been saying. So I think there might be a little bit of a tendency to take the pressure off of Mac and run it more than the Patriots have been running it. I mean, they had Ramondre Stevenson is coming off of a 19 attempt game, and before that was 25 attempts. They were already doing that with Bailey Zappi. I think we'll see that again, maybe even a little bit more so with Mac Jones, who's dealing with an ankle sprain, might not be able to get out of the pocket as easily. Expect a lot of rushes tonight, and I think Ramondre Stevenson will hammer the over as well.